officially ended in the mother country, where the Tampa Bay Bandits, led by coach Steve Spurrier, tried to fashion a win against Jim Morris' league champion Philadelphia Stars. Bandit ball is the name of the game in Tampa, and that means anything goes. Here on British soil, the razzle-dazzle reached royal proportions. It's enough to drive a bloke weaned on rugby somewhat batty.
Can you compare rugby to American football?
No.
We have a unique play in today that we call Dog Delight. And the player on our football team by the name of Dog is Irv Eatman.
Well, Irv doesn't dog it when he gets a chance to run. There's no doubt the accent this day is on fun.
This is what it's all about. The good old hat on your head.
Tampa even features a play where a lineman tackles his own quarterback. And both teams combine to give the British a taste of football at its improvisational best. You have to take your hat off to these guys, for after a long season, they're still going strong. And nobody wants to lose. After all, the ride home is quite a trip. In the end, Tim Reardon gives Philly a 24-21 victory with 3 touchdown passes. And when the Bandits chime in with the old Big Ben play as a last resort, the Stars' defense gives them the gong. A jolly good time was had by all. But before we say cheerio, let's take a long look back at the USFL's second season. Well, one of the early season's biggest moves was the signing of Steve Young by Los Angeles. Less than a month after starting his first game, the former Brigham Young star became the first pro football player to pass for 300 yards and run for another 100 in the same game.
Let's go. Hey, KD, you got to talk here.
No, we get the ball in 20. We get the ball in 20. We want the ball. Hey, we got the ball. We got the ball.
Huddle up. Hey. Twist, 5 man, Ray.
35 minutes. Come on. Trio, 4 left, ZA, fake, throw, 21, boot right, Q corner on 1. Ready? Hustle.
5 man? Liz! Uh-oh, alley-oop.
Set! Red 78, stay! Oh, quick out! Get the hammer. Ready?
Well, when it came to celebrations, the league's loveliest and liveliest were led by the USFL's First Ladies of Dance.
Well, shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Come on, baby, now. Baby, come on and work it on out. Work it on out, well, work it on out. Work it on out. You know you look so good. Look so good. You know you got me going now. Just like I knew you would. Like I knew you would.
The shouting in the Western Division was loudest in Denver until its season took a bizarre twist. The Gold rushed to a 7-1 record, but their playoff prospects didn't quite pan out. On the other hand, George Allen's Wranglers couldn't win 2 in a row in the season's first 14 weeks. But behind quarterback Greg Landry and 1,000-yard rushers Kevin Long and Tim Spencer, they won their last 4, snuck into the playoffs, and went all the way to Tampa Bay. The most romantic Western drama was that of Chuck Hutchison, who reversed the fortunes of an Oakland team that lost its first 9 games.
Take it away from them right from the very beginning now. Let's go. Let's go.
Behind the exuberant Hutchison, the resurgent Invaders won 7 in a row and rode his infectious spirit to a heartwarming conclusion.
The only other thing this win gave us is 4 hallelujahs on the way to 5. 4 hallelujahs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hallelujah! 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 Hallelujah!
Oakland's happy ending came from hanging in, but sometimes hanging in is easier than hanging on.
Let's hang on to what we've got. So let's go through. We got a lot of love between us. Hang on, hang on, hang on to what we got. There isn't anything I wouldn't do. I'd pay any price to get in good with you. Patch it up. Give me a second turn. Patch it up. Don't cool off while I'm burning.
The funny shape of the football makes it oh so easy to lose, but not so easy to find. So the trick is never let it out of your sight. And once you got it, don't let go. Rush to a league record 16 wins behind the irrepressible Kelvin Bryant. Between bookend losses to New Jersey, the Stars set another league record with 14 straight wins. On defense, Sam Mills and the Doghouse D were again the league's stingiest. In 2 years, the Stars have given up fewer points than 5 teams allowed this year alone. The Stars personify the team concept, and they just do so many things right. As the playoff dance began, Philly was right in step. The first round featured defending champion Michigan at Los Angeles in a game that only seemed like it lasted forever. It took 3 overtimes before LA's Mel Gray finally ended the longest pro football game ever played. Meanwhile, Jim Kelly and the explosive Houston Gamblers had things their own way for a while against Arizona in their first-round playoff match. Then Greg Landry went to work. The 37-year-old quarterback guided the Wranglers to 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, including the game winner to Doug Dennison. So in the Western Conference Championship game, it was Arizona hosting L.A., with the Wranglers forced to play catch-up after trailing by 10 in the first half. But with 4 touchdowns in less than 14 minutes, Arizona earned a trip to Tampa and put head coach George Allen back in the limelight. Birmingham was the site of an Eastern Conference showdown between the Stallions and the Tampa Bay Bandits, and the home team cruised into the second round behind an offense that just wouldn't quit. The season-ending loss meant Tampa coach Steve Spurrier would be only a spectator at the title game. Philadelphia was the backdrop as a budding rivalry between the Stars and Generals was renewed. Behind Garcia Lane's 70-yard punt return, the Stars rolled to a 21-point halftime lead, an easy victory over New Jersey, and a spot in the playoff second round. With the Generals left behind, next in line were the Birmingham Stallions. But having star quality means doing the extraordinary, and Kelvin Bryant created a fumbling, rumbling spectacular. Though Philly didn't get this call, the Eastern Conference Championship game was in the Stars. So it was the Stars versus the Wranglers, all eyes on Tampa Bay. Philadelphia's flight to the league championship last season was grounded by Michigan in the title game. This year, the Stars' goal was not just to go to Tampa Bay, but to claim the trophy they were denied. And on the opening drive against Arizona, Chuck Fusina got him off to a rousing start.
UC to throw, looks to the end zone, fires downfield, complete at the 4-yard line. Tom Donovan with a catch with heavy pressure.
And Brian Thomas did the rest.
The handoff goes to Brian Thomas. Thomas charging into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
While George Allen looked on with concern, Fusina completed his first 10 passes and even managed to turn near disaster into gold. Despite Philly's early dominance, Arizona managed to stay within striking distance for much of the game, thanks in large part to the Wranglers' hard-hitting defense. Philadelphia also committed 3 costly turnovers, and for a time, it appeared the Wranglers' knack for second-half rallies would claim still another victim. But Jim Mora's defense wasn't about to let this one slip away, and Buddy Moore closed the door.
Receiver wide left side is Tremaine Johnson. Long setback long behind Landry, who drops the throw. Sets up the 7. Some time. Now he's going to be hit. Fumbles the football. Picked up by the Philadelphia Stars at the 11-yard line.
Philadelphia's 23-3 triumph satisfied their year-long wait and put them head and shoulders above the rest. This time, it was the Stars' locker room that was bubbling with pride. But 1984 was a proud season for everyone associated with the league, as more and more people caught the spring fever.